I think this is a really difficult question, and it's a question that governments are grappling with. It's a question that corporations are grappling with. I think it's a question for charities, it's a question for families, communities, and ultimately individuals as well. And the fundamental question is, in all change, and this is a period of significant change, there are winners and there are losers. Right now, I think there's an argument to be made that perhaps there is a perception there are more losers than there are winners, or indeed fear and uncertainty about what the future of work will bring for us, again, as individuals, as families. And indeed just general uncertainty around the changing rules of the game. What does it even mean to have a career today? In the past, we thought of a career as being something relatively stable, something relatively hierarchical, in so much as you go up the rank bit by bit, perhaps according to time served, or more recently, competence, performance. But what happens when there isn't even a hierarchy anymore? So, these are some of the big questions. I look at what's happening in Europe. I look at the result around Brexit. I look at the issues around incomes inequality. I look around the average wages of middle class across the developed world not really rising. These, in some sense, are all aspects or symptoms of some of the changes that we're seeing. So there are definitely losers, and I think there are definitely policy issues which need to address it. There are also questions that corporations need to address, and indeed individuals, about their own careers and how they see their well-being in future, given opportunities and challenges in the career space. But there are also winners as well, particularly in what we associate with knowledge economy industries, or indeed companies, or for that matter, roles and occupations. There are, for many, there is more freedom in their job than they've ever had before. There are fewer constraints. There is more opportunity, not simply within specific organisations to work on different things, or to mix up a career, or to find exciting innovations to work upon, but to actually work across companies or across industries to develop portfolio careers. So for those of an entrepreneurial mindset, and indeed gifted with the opportunity to take advantage of some of the delayering and the kind of the changing of structures that we see, and indeed the increasing informality of work, these are great times. For others, perhaps locked in more traditional roles or industries or occupations, then I think this is a time of high uncertainty and therefore potentially anxiety. And I suppose that's a challenge for all of us, is to really try and understand this future of work, how things are changing, and how we mitigate the risks but maximise the opportunities at all levels, societally, organisationally, and individually as well.